So it's been quite a while since Haruki's route has had some love, but I am apologize that I'm getting to this a little bit late. I was really like on point on when this was supposed to come out, but then for some reason it just didn't come out when it was supposed to, because the developer does say it comes out like 2 weeks after it does on Patreon, and then on Twitter I do believe he said that it just kind of slipped his mind, he wasn't paying attention, which is fine. We all make mistakes here and there. But the point is, it's here, and it hasn't been a while, and I've got my good old fuck. Ow. It is unfortunate that this update only gets 2 days for Haruki. I don't know why, since every other update for every other character they get like 3 or 4 days, and Haruki only gets 2. But I'm not going to complain. At least we did get an update from Haruki after a long, long while. Sorry, I put ice cream in my coffee to make it more sweet. Now it's spilling everywhere. Okay. What? Well, that's a bit of a problem. Here we go, guys. Here we go. After a whole bunch of skipping, I finally got back to the part where I last stopped. It was so weird. I was skipping so much and now thinking to my head, damn, did I really read all that? I just skipped so much. It's like looking back at my previous episodes. But here we are. It's Monday. God, I need coffee, especially if it's Monday. First things first, am I Yuichi? Am I Yuichi or my Haruki right now? The buttons are all green, so I'm gonna assume that it's Yuichi. Despite waking up somewhat early, I don't feel particularly well rested. It's Monday, of course not. In fact, I guess I woke up might not even be the most accurate way to put it. Is it really waking up if you barely slept in the first place? Uh, Despite squirming in bed for most of the night and even shoving my face into the pillow at some point in an attempt to conk myself out, yesterday's events kept playing over and over in my mind. The sounds of Shoichi's okay, so this has to be Yuichi, right? The sounds of Shoichi's strained sobs and the sight of his face matted with tears, the feeling of his claws digging into my arms as he clung tightly to me. When I closed my eyes, I could still vividly recall all of it, and the thought of it wouldn't let me sleep. Eesh. A part of me felt guilty. Guilty that I'd come down on him so hard the morning before his match. Logically, I know that for me refraining from doing it wouldn't have changed anything. It was a foregone conclusion, but emotions rarely work that way after all. Instead, I eventually got up 15 minutes before my alarm and started getting ready for school. And whatever good it'll do me going there today, I suppose. In the meantime, I cooked breakfast for Aki and I while the two of us chatted about what we would be doing later. I usually wouldn't think too much of it, but Aki seemed cheerful enough. Something about his attitude seemed a little off. Maybe that's why I decided to be a bit more insistent with making conversation than what I normally would. Oh, he looks so cute in his school outfit. Oh, I love that. And I don't remember what voices I made for these characters. It's been such a long time. Maybe like a month or two for you guys, but it's been a while since I actually sat down and recorded it. I don't know. I don't really want to miss out on practice. I could drop by tomorrow instead. You said the same thing last year, and you ended up not coming to any of it. It's just a school festival, it's not a big deal. It's my last festival, it's a big deal to me. And how come you didn't help your class with organizing or offer to work at their restaurant? Shoni told me about it, you know. He what? Shoichi, mind your own business. That's not the point. You don't get to say it's a big deal to you even if you don't bother helping out. You don't have to say it like that. It hurts. Aki-kan, sometimes your words are really sharp, you know. Don't complain about that earlier. You're telling me to care about something you clearly don't. I get it already. Please have mercy on me. So mean. Aren't you supposed to be the younger one? What gives? Hey, Aniki? Huh? What's up? Is Shoni gonna be okay? Huh? Is that what this weird mood is about? I think so. Have you been worrying about that all this time? I am not worrying. Yeah, you are. You've been weird all morning. No, I haven't. You're oddly stubborn about this kind of thing. Okay, maybe I am a little worried about Shoni. Yesterday must have been a big blow to him, no? Big boy, you can take it. Hey, Shoichi himself said it wasn't a big deal, remember? And he was fine by the time he came home yesterday, wasn't he? Well, yeah, but honestly, I'd rather not make Aki worry for some reason. Of course not. How can you make a cute little face like that worry? I don't know what to think of the state I found Shoichi in yesterday. The last thing I need is for Aki to worry about it too. Shoichi's fine. You worry too much. Besides, the festival is such a busy time of the year, and this year's competition came out right before it. Odds are he'll be too busy to even think about this week. You think so? I'm sure. Or at least I hope. Oh, what the fuck? Good morning. This is Sprite of the Mother. I've never seen this before. Have I really not read that far? Mom, you're still home? Yes, yes, I got time off and do we have coffee left? Oh, never mind, I found it. There's sugar in it. What? So sweet? Yeah, as I was saying, Aki said he wanted samba, so he put sugar in the pot when I wasn't looking. So sorry. It's fine, I'll just make myself another pot. Still, what were you saying again, Mom? You got time off? Oh, yes. We got some funding cleared that allowed the office to hire a few new employees. And since then, I've taken time off in a while. They told me to take today off. That must be driving you up the wall, huh? I admit it's a little strange to not be at work. Yeah, no kidding. I haven't seen you take it easy, and actually, no, I don't remember if I've seen you take it easy before. That's concerning. By the way, sweetie, when would be best for the time for Aki and I to drop by? First day is only for students, right? I don't know what she's talking about, but Aki seems to have shock about whatever that is. Yeah, it is. Don't worry, I'll let you know when the best time would be. What? But Mom, I already had. Hmm? You're. I hope you're not trying to say that you were not. You won't be going to. Yes, mom power. The mom is saving the day. Fuck yeah. This is your brother's last festival in high school. And we already couldn't make it last year. We can't not show up. Yes, ma'am. Ha! Victory sure does taste sweet. Yeah, sweet as the sugar that you put in the pot, Aki. What did I say? I was literally taking a sip of coffee as you were saying that. Will you boys be heading out soon? Yeah, I finished with the dishes a few minutes before you got here. Although, sorry, I didn't know you were home, so I didn't make anything for you to eat. There's some rice in the rice cooker, but that's about it. Don't worry about that. I can whip up something quick for myself. You two get going. I probably should. It's getting kinda late, and unlike Aniki, I actually have class today. Ha! Sucker. How can you be so immature? I don't know. Can't you hear the sound of my week off? Now I want to visit your school even less. Yuichi-kun, please don't antagonize your brother. But it's so fun! Yuichi. Okay, okay, sheesh, can't even take a joke. I heard that. Oh, and you boys remember to pay your respects to your father, especially you, Yuichi. The festival is important, and I'm sure your father would have wanted to be a part of it. Don't worry, I've already covered that part already. Said hi to Dad and all. Anyway, we should probably get going, Aki. But you... Wow! Yay, some Aki time. I can't complain about that. I'm seeing a lot of new stuff. I've never seen this, like, seen in the daytime. I've only seen it in, like, nighttime. With Shorichi the one time. I grab Aki by the arm and lead us to the front door, barely even stopping to pick up our school bags on the way. Above all, I just don't want to stick around for the awkward conversation that I'm about to be forced into otherwise. Please don't do that again. You'll crinkle my uniform. Your uniform will be fine. Why did you lie about checking up on Dad? You haven't touched his shrine once since school started. It's complicated. This whole thing is a bit of a mess. I love Dad, and there's not a single day that I don't miss him, but I see what Mom is like, and I don't want to be like that. Spending the rest of my life feeling somewhat changed to someone that's not here, getting stuck in a place like that, even just looking at Mom, I can't help but feeling suffocated sometimes. The whole thing makes me uncomfortable. Complicated how? I don't see what's the big deal. Dad really loved us, didn't he? He sure did, buddy. What? Careful! You messed up my fur. Ugh, he's so cute! You did such a good job on Aki's design, I love it. He's got such a squishable face and like you want to hug him so tight. I pet Aki perhaps a little more forcefully than usual, trying to disguise my conflicted feeling on the subject as best I can. This just isn't a conversation I think I can have right now. Don't worry, Aki, you'll understand when you're older. No fair! Why can't you talk about it now? Nichan is tired, okay? I didn't sleep very well. You didn't look tired, you look sad. Nah, I'm not sad. Like I said, I'm just tired. What would I have to be sad about? You promise? Of course I do. It's not too late for me to get the bucket, you know. Would you knock it off with the bucket thing? Jeez, where did you even get that from? One tube. Of course you did. Remind me to install parental controls on your phone later. I'm not an idiot. Why would I do that? This is exactly why. An hour later. Is he still here by my side? Fuck! Alright, well, that's a nice intro to this route. Well, to this update. Some Aki time, hell yeah. I take a walk around the school grounds, only half looking for my friends while I investigate and look what people are doing. The site should be familiar to me by now, but every year the stands and venues are slightly different to the point it just feels fresh and enough. The only thing that's hard to get used to is how much busier the school seems to get. It feels as if the number of students doubles whenever the school festival time rolls out. Maybe because most people are out of their classrooms at the same time, who knows? All I know is that it's relaxing to walk around watching them and also maybe a little claustrophobic. In the meantime, I get to meet up with basically everyone. Shoichi was the easiest to find, being near the front gate and directing some students, putting together a booth for their classroom exhibit. Interesting. I tried stealthily checking in, but he figured out I was hinting at right away. In fact, he almost seemed annoyed that I'd be asking how he's doing when he's this busy, so he assured me multiple times that he was fine and too busy to think of anything else before brushing me off and sending me on my way. Typical Shoichi, ha ha ha. Other than that, I bumped into Keikon going down the stairs, but he was cryptic about what class he was doing. I kind of pieced together that it was some kind of movie theater, maybe. Keisuke did say that he was taping black reflective paper or something of sorts over the windows because they needed near total darkness, so that's my best guess. Saya-chan didn't acknowledge me much when I ran into her either. She basically ran past me muttering, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late, over and over, and didn't even stop when I called out to her. Finally, June was the only one that actually gave me some attention, if barely. We talked for a few minutes, and he seemed excited to show off his waiter uniform, but the class rep quickly whisked him away to get back to work. Damn it. Kinda like June. She even tried to rope me into it. Nice try. But I managed to come up with an excuse as well as running out before she could say anything about it, so I am definitely safe. Let's see, what else is there even for me to do? I feel as if I've covered most of the school grounds by now. Since it's only set up for tonight, there isn't anything actually open. I wish I could skip showing up today entirely, honestly. Well, the roof is always open. What am I even supposed to do now? I know if I just asked about anyone, they'd tell me to pitch in and do some work, but that's the last thing I want to do right now. Shuichi is so lazy past tennis, he just doesn't do anything. I have a full week off from schoolwork, tennis practice, and worries. Why would I spend that all doing other work? Who knows how hard I'll have to work and once I graduate and go pro. I want to take it easy when I still can. It'll at least be a few hours until we're all supposed to get together and walk to the school grounds, so... Oh god, now I'm talking to myself, that's not a good sign. Not to mention the amount of people that walk around is really starting to bother me. It's way too cramped in here. Maybe I should go chill at a nearby store or something until then? Oh. He's thinking about Haruki. I don't even know where Haruki is, or that other guy. What's his name again? Kiga, I think? The other dude. But just as I'm about to settle on that, I remember the one person I haven't met up with today. Yeah, that's right. Haruki vanished entirely yesterday by the time I came back from consoling Shoichi. Did he not hear the punching against the wall, or the... Saya said he followed after me and then came back a few minutes later, picked up his brother without saying a word, and they both left. The whole thing was very weird, but I was so focused on keeping my eye on Shoichi that I put it out of my mind. Really? Come on, this is not Shoichi's path thing. I wondered where he could be. I haven't seen him all day today. It might be a long shot, but he did say he likes the rooftop too, right? That's exactly what I said earlier, so. I've never gone up there during the festival. I wonder if the door's even unlocked. Might be worth checking. From where I was, it didn't take long for me to find my way to the rooftop. I mean, yeah, you've been here for the how manyth time, Yuichi? You've been here millions of times. Good, the door was unlocked after all. It doesn't take much looking to find Haruki in the same spot that I found him here before. That makes things a little easier. For some reason, I find myself smiling at how predictable he turned out to be. Hey there. Fancy meeting you here, stranger. However, Haruki barely shows any reaction. I don't even see the signature twitch of the ear that usually tells me someone heard me. Haruki, you there? Huh? This time I get a short, distinct, disinterested grunt in response. Are we doing this again? Oh no, instant deja vu. He seemed to be in the same mood a few weeks ago. What had even happened then? I think it was something about his dad's sentence. Crap, why am I having so much trouble remembering? Is everything okay there? Really? Nothing? Hello, Earth to Haruki. Pay attention when people talk to you. Oof, that might not have been the smartest move. Maybe just stand there and watch the view with him. And then shout, okay? I lose my patience, grabbing the wolf's ears and forcefully tugging and twisting them to speak a little louder. What? Ah, ow, 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 ow. What the fuck? Oh, what? You? What the fuck are you doing? I was one step away from kicking the crap out of you. Yeah, you're big and terrifying. I get it. You're also a terrible listener. At least pretend like I exist, and I'm not talking to a wall, you know. The fuck are you on about? Oh, ow, Yuichi. It means you need to listen when you're being talked to. Ow, 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 cut it out. This time the wolf was a bit more forceful, giving you a hard push right in the middle of my chest. That briefly knocks the air out of me, causing me to stumble. I mean, you don't twist and turn another man's ear. Whoa, that could have been bad if I fell. You need to be a little bit more careful with your strength. And you need to be a little bit more careful about who you're pissing off. Have you lost your damn mind? Need me to beat some sense into you to get it back? No thanks, that doesn't sound like a productive way to spend a Monday morning. Can we reschedule? What the fuck are you saying? Have you actually lost your mind? Not at all, but it seems like you've lost yours. Why so spacey? Yuichi just doesn't care anymore. Spacey, what is that even? You were grabbing onto the fence, staring out into the nothing, and ignoring all attempts at communication. What else am I even supposed to call that other than spacey? How about none of your damn business? I already had that last week. I'm good. Again with this nonsense. Nonsense is good. Nonsense distracts and disarms you. What, did you expect me to learn nothing from our previous interactions? Still, if you don't want to make it my business, then don't go spacing out in random places. Sorry. Did that just happen? Oh, that's nice. Eh? Wait, did I hear that right? Did I mishear because he mumbled it out? That had to be right. Sorry? Are you okay? Do you have a fever right now or something? Fuck off, of course I don't. Wait, so he actually said that, or am I imagining things? Crap, do I have a fever? What the fuck are you gawping at me like that for? And right after lecturing me on spacing out too. I did not expect you to apologize. And I'm starting to regret doing it in the first place. You don't think I don't know how to apologize or something? Fuck you. Seriously, why do you have to be like that? Can't you allow yourself to be more likable for 30 seconds? Why do I even bother? Yeah, same song and dance as usual, I see. The sad part is that I'm starting to get used to this. So, what's the matter this time? You really are persistent, aren't you? So I've heard. Whatever, just needed to think over some stuff. What stuff? From yesterday, what else would I be thinking about? Oh, this about the competition? That's surprising. I thought he didn't care about that. Yeah, well, we all know that's not true. I mean, he left in a hurry before I could even get back and everything. What about it? I'm frustrated, that's all. Does everything need to have some big reason or something with you? I wonder if Haruki's the type of guy who hates losing or something. I guess that would make sense. Wait, is that? Oh, no. What's wrong with your hand? What's with the bandages? What? My. What? Uh oh. For the first time ever, my question seems to render the wolf absolutely speechless. It's not like he's choosing to ignore me. Instead, he blubbered something incomprehensible before shutting down completely. I'd be lying if I said the sight wasn't a tad amusing, but it's also at least equally concerning. What? It's nothing. I got a slight burn last night when I was making dinner. I don't even know why I bothered bandaging it. Wait, no way. You don't bandage a burn if it's no big deal. Most people wouldn't bother with that. I don't buy it. What kind of burn would need such bandaging in the first place? You've almost have your whole hand covered. It might surprise His Highness to know, but I'm not exactly good at this, you know. It's not like I have to bandage myself often. I went with what was easy. Are you going to interrogate me about everything now? Fucking hell. Yep, well, he's as unfriendly as he can be. Then again, I should have expected that knowing how prickly he can get when being questioned. Although can't quite put my finger on it, something seems different. In the first place, he's putting up with a surprising amount of questions, isn't he? How did that even happen? You scaled yourself in making soup or something? What does it matter? It's not important. It's taken care of anyway. You said it yourself. I have a lot of bandage on it. No, no, I didn't say it like it was a good thing. It's really not a good thing at all. Ugh, whatever. We're going in circles at this point. If he hasn't given me a straight answer by now, I doubt he will anytime soon. All I'll manage to do is piss him off. Time for a tactical retreat. In that case, why aren't you downstairs? Did you also bail on helping out your class setup? Huh? What are you talking about? In that case? In what case? What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. I changed the subject. Wait, also? Are you lumping me in with you again? Why else would you be up here instead of working? They didn't want me in there. And does this mysterious they have a name? Are they here with us right now? Fuck off. I'm talking about my class, you dense motherfucker. Your class? Of course. What else would I be talking about, moron? They don't want me there, so I left. How hard is that to get? They don't want you there? You don't mean... I mean, they kept shooting me looks and whispering to themselves when I showed up to help. I didn't stick around long after that. Ugh, are you kidding me? Can people just at least be subtle about it? It's not like he even did anything. But then again, wasn't I the same way until a few weeks ago? People see what they want to see, huh? I hate that this keeps making more and more sense the more I think about it. Then why don't you come hang out with us instead? Us? What us? I don't see anyone else around here. Does this us have a name? Or they with us right now? Now you're doing this on purpose to mock me, aren't you? Of course I am. Stupid idiots deserve to be mocked for being stupid idiots. You are utterly unlovable. Holy shit. Obviously, I'm talking about my friends. We're all going to get together in a few hours to hang out. I'm asking if you want to come with. Your friends? You mean the ones from this weekend? The very same. Fuck no. Why not? Because I said so. Can't you at least give me a reason? I can. And I said I can, not that I would. Seriously? Why are you like this? You might actually have friends if you didn't act so standoffish all the time. Who says I need friends? Society is begging you to learn how to make new friends, dude. Come on, what's the big deal? Are you telling me that you didn't enjoy yourself with us on that Saturday? You kidding me? You think I'm a sucker for punishment? It would take a special kind of nut job to enjoy themselves being surrounded by people who clearly hate them. Hate you? Where did you get that from? You think I'm slow or something? They made it pretty clear. It wasn't that. Are you fucking with me right now? Not that bad. Do I need to remind you that that bunny literally threatened me? Hey, you can't really blame Saya for that one. It's not like you weren't implying the same. Not the fucking point. Unless the point is that you're being a hypocritical jerk, then I would say that's entirely the point. I'd rather be on my own anyway. I don't need all that noise right now. Besides, if I came with you and your friends would be on edge and shit. That'd be bad when you're trying to enjoy yourselves. That's. Wait, I didn't imagine that one either, did I? Is that his way of being thoughtful? Did you hit your head somewhere? You're not acting you're like yourself. Crap, I can't even stay annoyed at him after hearing that. Then how about some company until then? It's not like I have anything better to do anyway. Bass. What? But I need to think over some shit, and I can't do that with you yapping away at me all day long. I'd rather be left alone. Yapping? I don't yap. That's ridiculous. I was just starting to think that you were being nice. Why do you have to go out and ruin it? Can't you let the mood be good for 10 seconds? Ah! This guy makes me want to hit my head against the wall. Whatever, I don't have the energy to keep arguing. I'll go do something else. Oh, just like that? Huh. I let out a loud sigh, turning around and... Okay. Thanks. Thanks? Did he? From there, the rest of the day was surprisingly uneventful. As boring as it was roaming around on my own, I managed to keep myself busy until agreed upon time. When we finally got together, the five of us toured the school grounds, admiring the finished booths and even checking in on the ones that had opened early. June insisted on going around in his waiter uniform. Seems he became quite fond of it. At some point, we found a booth that Ryoji can't. I'm so sorry. It seemed he had some rare keychain from some old game released years ago. Not that I recognized it. Either way, he seemed to really want one. And when Ryoji-kan offered up a discount if we bought the last remaining four we had, we agreed to chip in and each other get one to make it cheaper on June. Oh, you guys are such good friends. Except for Saya, who insisted on buying a keychain with some cutesy girl wearing a frilly print dress instead. It was fun, of course it was. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy myself. Yet for some reason, I kept thinking back to Haruki-kan and how out of it he seemed today. Or maybe out of it isn't the right way to describe it, but I don't know. He was still a crass, annoying, standoffish jerk, but he also seemed a lot milder today. And then there was this thing with his hand being bandaged up. Something about that scalding excuse sounded weird to me. Ugh, why am I wasting so much energy thinking of that jerk? Why can't I stop worrying that something's off? What the hell, Yuichi? Get a grip. That was it? That was a very, very short day. Walking around the school grounds, I try my best to enjoy the last day of the festivities before everything goes back to normal. Either way, even visiting all of the different stands, trying out the different foods and activities, chatting with some of my classmates when I happen to run into them, it all feels slightly a bit off. In fact, everyone's been so busy I barely managed to talk to Saya, Keikan, or June since Monday. I did hang out with Shoichi for a bit yesterday, but, well, we took part in a little cooking class as a pair, but his insistence on fixing things and messing with the recipe yielded a final result that rightly to be food. Even the instructor couldn't keep a straight face, but when he saw it, she was polite enough to not to refuse and try it, but... Well, I just hope her family can land on their feet. I probably should have tried harder to run interference and keep Shoichi from tampering with the recipes, but I was too out of it to notice half of the time. Other than that, I didn't really get to spend that much time with anyone. Keikan was too busy with a class exhibit, and even outright refused to let me visit. Saya told me she was running errands for her class exhibit for most of the time festival, and June, In his case, it's less about June and more about that I can't rightly show my face in our class right now. Even I wouldn't be able to shrug off the glares being thrown in my way. Other than them, I haven't seen Haruki since Monday either. I mean, this is Tuesday, it's just one day. I'm not even sure if he's shown up for the last few days at all. He did say his classmates didn't want him around. I tried asking Keikan about it, but since realizing the two of them aren't in the same class, the hairbut merely bit his lip and looked away from me. If even he can't deny the fact that that is a fact, then I can't say Haruki is being too sensitive or overreacting. The whole thing left a bitter taste in my mouth that I haven't been able to get rid of until now. Won't do, roof too short, people in their heads, blah blah blah. As I'm passing by the area near the gym building, my attention caught the sound of a familiar voice barking out a little louder than what I expected here. No way, they'd have to be too tall for that? I almost hit my head coming in there. I assure you that there are taller people than me in the school. And in parents. Okay, what are they arguing? I try to follow the sound, noticing a mass of students passing by, attendees turning to watch the commotion as they. We'd have to take our stand apart and rebuild it taller. There's no way we can do that on the last day. Then you shouldn't have discarded our warnings. You were informed about this issue on Monday evening. You all could have stayed a little later and fixed it all if you wanted to. I don't remember any warnings. Hey, it's Kiga. What up? I don't remember. I don't remember what I did for Kiga. Nah, lion's no good. You think we wouldn't have a proper trail of this kind of thing? I tried to stop in my tracks and I realized the familiar saber cat is the one behind the commanding voice. Holy shit! He's standing tall in front of a group of students, tapping what seems like a clipboard as he shrugs off their glares and unfriendly glances as if not noticing them at all. I do have a copy of the formal warning you received right here. Miyazona-san of the Student Council delivered it to each of you at 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Here, one of your classmates even signed it. That's the leader of the student group, a skunk that stands about the whole head of the shorter than the saber cat, despite being the tallest one in his group, recoils at the accusation, gritting his teeth and looking down at his feet. You wouldn't deny not knowing about the violations despite that, wouldn't you? Yeah, it was late. We decided to show up early, extra early in the morning to fix it, but you forgot. I thought you could go about it no problem despite that. It's not that big of a deal. Say that to the three students that complained about hurting their heads, and that's only the ones that actually filed the complaint. This isn't the first time you've been reprimanded about it either. I know Takafumi-kun also dropped by yesterday to speak to you all about it. Did you really think that you could just intimidate a student council official into leaving you just because he's a freshman and he'd be okay with it? By this point, the skunk's classmates that have been standing in support behind him have now started to trade uncertain looks among themselves. It wasn't intimidation, we just. Shiryu-san, maybe we should just do as they say. Damn, Kiga kick ass, he don't screw around. One of the students tugs at the skunk's arm from behind, interrupting him mid-sentence to speak. By now, it's become quite clear that despite their numbers, they can't phase the saber cat. I recommend you listen to your friend Shirai-san. Right now, all you have to do is fix the issue and then you can resume control of operations. If you keep pushing, I'm more than ready to get a faculty involved. I'm sure being barred from participating in club activities for a few weeks won't be all that bad, right? At that, the skunk's face pales, leaving him wide-eyed and stuttering for several seconds. You wouldn't. Care to try me? Well, whatever, fine. If we just cut the overhangs beams just so they're not head height, will that be enough? Say you'd prefer cutting off parts of the stands and rebuilding it taller? Interesting. Sure, as long as it's not a problem to be dealt with. It's no skin off my back. The offending students backed away with their tails between their legs, immediately beginning to work on fixing their stands so they won't be kept from operating much longer. As soon as they do, a small crowd that had gathered around them slowly disbands, leaving the saber cat scribbling something in his clipboard and muttering to himself. At least that's done for now. Huh? Ah, it's you, Yuichi Senpai. Hey there. Well, The moment the saber cat looked up from his clipboard, he noticed me lingering around. The change in the attitude was so fast to the point of being disconcerting. Hey there, Kasama-kun. The saber cat approaches me without a second thought with a big goofy grin on his face as he does so. Did you see that? Sorry about all the commotion. Some students are being pretty difficult this year. It's no problem. I didn't know you guys had to deal with that kind of thing. Of course we do. The student council organizes the festival. Isn't it obvious that it'd be up to us to supervise and mediate? Though I'll admit we're a bit stretched a little thin. We've seemed to having a lot more issues than expected. Is everything okay? Did something happen? Mostly the same petty stuff as always, but we've had to deal with some few insane situations this time. Seems the chemistry lab mislabeled some other chemicals and some of them hid mustard gas. I guess. Not so sure about that one. Also, people tried to sneak in some homemade fireworks into the school ground, had to get a faculty to deal with it. Wow, that sounds dangerous as fuck. What the heck? I didn't know that the student council dealt with this kind of thing. Whenever Shoichi talks about it, he'd only mention the mountains of paperwork and budget stuff they'd have to work on. Well, yeah, someone has to. We can met out punishments, but we still keep our eyes open and communicate with the teachers to make sure we catch enough people breaking major rules and the likes. There wouldn't be enough teachers to keep an eye on the whole school otherwise. I suppose he has a point. So I guess this means you haven't had the time to enjoy yourself this year. That's... I guess not. Not gonna lie, I am a bit tired. And kinda sore all over. But I'll be fine. No, you really shouldn't brush that kind of thing off like it's nothing. Just how overworked are you people? I went out with Shoichi yesterday and he didn't say much other than that things got kinda hectic. What about you? I hope you're enjoying yourself here at least. That's been fine. You went out with Shoichi-san yesterday, didn't you? How's he doing? You're asking me that? I thought you'd know more since he'd spent most of his week holed up in the student council room. I might have gotten to see him every day in this week, but do you really think he'd tell us anything if you were struggling? That's honestly a great point. I hadn't considered that. So, how is he doing? Does he seem okay to you? Because I expected him to be way more bummed about the competition results, but he seems downright peachy. Isn't that a good thing? Hell no, it's creepy. Call it intuition or whatever, but it feels fake to me. I don't know, Shoichi seems actually fine to me. Yeah, I was worried about him and everything, but he seemed genuinely okay, to the point where I'd even already put it out of my mind. That's, guess I'll have to keep digging. No, the right approach here would just be to take my word for it, man. If that's the case, then I couldn't say the same thing about Haruki? Huh? Haru? What's Haru got to do with this? He's part of the volleyball team too, right? So shouldn't you be worrying about him also? You think so? Haru's not the type to really care about that kind of thing. Wouldn't surprise me if he's forgotten about it already. Wouldn't surprise you? Have you seen him this week? Not really. Like I said, I've been busy. Why? Why did I figure out that this would be the case? Are you really sitting here lecturing me about believing Shoichi when he says that he's okay when you haven't checked up on the other person also involved in the competition? I still have the feeling Haruki would have my neck if I went to go ahead and told someone else about our conversation on the roof, even if that someone was Kiga. I decided to leave out the part about his classmates, even if that's the part that worries me most. What about the heads? And only to mention that he seemed distracted and out of it, as well as that he was thinking over what happened during the competition. Look at his face, I didn't notice. Oh, and about the suspicious burn on his hand, I can't leave that part out. It should be fine if it's only this much, right? You're kidding, Haru said all that? Yep, and I haven't seen him since, so... Gah, great. Now that's all I'll be thinking about today. What's with our friends making us worry like this? I don't know either. We both sigh, finding some mutual ground in our exasperation. Guess we both have some troublesome people to deal with. If this year is anything like the last, then I'm not surprised Haru hasn't been around. You're not? Nah, he's not a fan of this whole festival. Says that it's stuffy and crowded and boring. He's pretty much skipped the whole thing last year. Probably only showed up on Monday because it was mandatory. Seriously, the guy is that antisocial? At some point it should start raising some red flags, no? Am I the only one that thinks so? So I might as well give up on talking to him today. Not sure about that. What, didn't you just say he wouldn't show up? For the regular days? Yeah, sure, but he'll probably be somewhere around tonight. If not in the actual school, then somewhere in the neighborhood. At least if the last year is anything to go by. And why is that? Harry likes fireworks. The fireworks. Fireworks. That is such a shockingly normal answer that it actually leaves me stunned. Haruki likes fireworks? That grumpy, rude, easily annoyed Haruki that's always complaining about how loud I am and how much I talk. That Haruki? That's so ridiculously ordinary that it crosses my mind into being normally unbelievable. If it's true, then it's also kind of endearing. I wouldn't have expected that. Harry's just a guy, you know. He's not all doom and gloom on the edge, though he does make it really easy to believe that that's the case. If that's true, then he might show up, then maybe I could go look for him. Just in case, it's not like I have anything better to do anyway. Thanks, I might go look for him, might actually find him. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd join you, but I doubt I'll have the time. Oh, is that so? I'm not sure I'd actually be able to find him without you, though. Nah, he'll be fine. Have a hunch, if you will. No, a hunch is a no to help me whatsoever. Don't you have anything more solid left for me to go on? I don't know what else to tell you. If Haru isn't around the neighborhood, then the only thing I can think of that favorite place of his. You remember that, huh? How was I supposed to forget? I'd rather much you did. Why? It can't be that bad. What, does he like hanging around in bad places or something? Abandoned factory or something? What the hell do you think Haru is? Why would anyone want to go to a place like that? Then why do you make such a big deal about it? It's just a place, isn't it? Look, Haru and I went there a few times. It's just a calm place for him to relax whenever he needs to clear his mind. Nothing sketchy about it. I didn't say anything sketchy about it, that's all on you. Why do you have to go and look like you don't believe me? Because you're being sketchy. If it's not that bad, then surely there's no problem with you telling me, right? It's not about it being bad. Even if I'm careful about pissing Haru off too much, you know? Back when he told me, he really made it sound like it was a secret, so I'd rather not blab and have him breathing down my neck about it. Alright, I guess I'll just wander around doing my own thing. I mean, why bother even looking for a guy that might not even be around, right? Dude, you can really be an ass sometimes, can't you? Didn't you encourage me to be persistent? With Haru, not with me. Oops, guessed I missed out on that last part. Look, just... Kiga leans a bit closer to me, whispering in my ear. As if anyone else around us would even know what we're talking about in the first place, or care. Wait, that's it? That's the big secret? What was all the fuss about? Okay, I guess we don't know. I told you there wasn't anything weird about it. Actually, you said that there wasn't anything sketchy about it. Don't go around talking back about what you actually said. I'm not that easily fooled. If he's not around the neighborhood, then he'll definitely be there. There's no way he could actually watch the school fireworks from there, though. I know. That's why I said he's bound to be around here somewhere. You're the one who insisted on talking about it. Whatever, look, just whatever you do, if you have to go there looking for him, just don't tell Haru I told you, okay? I don't know, man. That place is so out of the way, I can't just pass it off like I found it by coincidence. He'd be bound to find out one way or another. God damn it. I give the saber cat a reassuring pat on the shoulder. Not that anything I can do about it either, but, well, now that I know, I can't magically unknow it. Please don't get me in the hot water with Haru. I make no promises. For fuck, just at least pretend a little. Shame. You want me to lie? I feel like that would be even worse. Either way, I should probably get going. I have a few things I need to cross off my list before lunchtime, and I would rather not get behind on it. No kidding, student councils is starting to sound like even less appealing than it already was. Oh, that's probably a good idea. Sorry I held you up so long. Not a problem. I'm the one who called out to chat. Do me a favor, check in on Haru for me. If he's really in a weird mood, I'd rather have someone looking out for him. I'll try, but if we don't know if I'll find him. The school campus is big enough. If he's somewhere around the neighborhood instead, the chances of me finding him before the fireworks go off aren't that great. Dude, you're basically extorted information out of me. The least you can do is check in on him for me as a favor. Now who's exhorting who? Either way, I'll talk to you later, Yuichi-senpai. See ya. And just like that, Kiga leaves just as quickly as he appeared, quickly disappearing in the middle of the crowd once more. The last thing I see is him mumbling and looking down at the papers he's been carrying. That conversation was kind of weird, wasn't it? I can't even tell anymore. I feel like I'm getting used to this guy's eccentricities, and I can't tell if it's a good or a bad thing. Really now. Also, it just hit me that there were way too many for a single person to take care of. What the hell kind of workload do you people have? Still, not even he knew about Haruki, huh? Isn't this something to be concerned about? At least I have some information to go off of. I'll go look for Haruki once we get close to sundown. That should give me enough time to search the neighborhood before the fireworks go off. Though if he's not around, I don't know if I feel up to going all the way to the other place just to look for him. Seriously, why does your favorite place have to be so goddamn far away? Do you live around there or something? If so, why the hell do you go to this school here? Ugh, no, don't stop gripping before even knowing if that's the case. No point winding myself up until I know I actually need to. In the meantime, I should probably look around and see if there's anything I've missed out before the festival ends. Or at the very least, see if I can run into my friends, one of my friends. I've barely seen them all week. Good. I go upstairs to the senior classrooms, having not managed to find any of my friends in the meantime, though I did stop on occasion to say hi to the other members of the tennis club and chat for a bit. It's not as if time spent looking for itself was wasted, since I got some stuff to nibble on and had fun walking around, but I was starting to get a bit impatient when finally I spotted two familiar faces. Oh, okay, great. I don't remember what voices I made for them either. It's been such a long time. I already said no. Come on, Saya-chan, please. No way. The crowd of passersby shot a few curious glances at the two arguing figures before quickly walking by and ignoring the scene, which honestly I commend them for a bit after seeing the tall mountain of dude borderline groveling is a sight that would normally stick with you. What's going on? Yuichi, perfect. Can you please tell this stubborn ass to lay off? Hello to you too? I'm afraid I need some context here. Hey you, it's not a big deal. I was supposed to have a shift helping with our class project right now, but the student council stretched out too thin at the moment, so I need someone to cover for me. And I said no. I already worked my shifts. Today was supposed to be my day off. Come on, pretty please. I swear I'll make it up to you. No means no, Sho-chan. Yuichi, help me out here, man. That's a little... No, Yuichi-kun won't help you out here. What part of the word no don't you understand? Do you need me to say it to you in a different language for it to sink in? But you don't know any other languages. What? Well, neither do you. I can at least scrape by with some English. That's really great for you, but I feel like we're getting a little bit sidetracked here. Can't you have anyone else cover for you, Shoichi? I already tried. I asked at least 4 people before Saya, but everyone had reasons why they couldn't. Surprised you took no for that answer. Come on, Saya-chan, pretty please. I have no one else to do this, and if we don't finish the work soon, I will have to cancel with Hitoka. And I already promised her I'd spend the night together before the bonfire. Ugh, now with the strong-arming. I'm not strong-arming you. Right, so just a regular guilt trip. That's that's not it either. I'm just explaining why it's very important that I be done on time, so I don't have to make Hitoka sad. That's all. That's the definition of guilt tripping, dumbass. Um, Yurichi, help me out here a little. Oh no, I'm not a part of this. Thanks, man. You're a big help. You're welcome. Look, I sympathize, but this kind of thing is exactly why I didn't want to be involved with the whole student council. I already have plans. I know that, and I wouldn't ask it of you if I had any other choice, but... Are you going to talk with Hitoka-chan about being sad again? What? No, I could never. You're an open book. What kind of work do you even need to do, Shoichi? Paperwork. Most of the student council members are supervising and delivering warnings of infractions when required. But we need the paperwork documenting it. Plus, someone needs to be on the student council room to take complaints that students make. Doesn't sound too bad. How long would that even take to do? It depends. Judging by the pile when I left, maybe an hour or two tops. Can you cover for him if it's that long, Saya-chan? Seriously? Not you too. It's just a class project. Is it that big of a deal you're helping with it for a bit? It's not like you can account for this kind of thing happening. That's rich coming from you. You're not a part of this. Yes I am, but you're the one who asked me to get involved. An hour isn't that bad. You'll have more than enough time to do whatever you want today. Didn't you hear Sho-chan say they needed someone to stay at the student council room to take complaints? It's like someone else is going to materialize out of nowhere and do it in an hour if they're stretched out as thin as he says. I promise you that won't be an issue. We have a few other of our members trying to figure out replacements to take over for them with their classes too. At worst, I'll have to wait until the end as if of someone else's shift to take over for me. And that would be around lunchtime. Which is in 2 hours, I don't see the issue. I hate you two so much right now. Either way, do it or don't, no one else can force you, but you really should stop arguing about it in the middle of a busy school hallway. Even if people are paying attention... Even if people are paying too much attention, we're still getting in the way of all the traffic. Plus, I'm getting a little tired of being bumped into and brushed past all the time. Can we please get this over with already? Ah, fine. Thank you. But you better be back by lunchtime or I'm having your hide for this, and I mean it. Yeah, yes ma'am. Wow, so much for asking if you guys would be free, I suppose. Sorry, you. Things are really chaotic right now. No kidding. I watch my free time evaporate right before my eyes. Now who's guilt tripping? You deserve it. Aye, ma'am. I quickly wave Saya and Shoichi goodbye and get back to roaming the halls looking for something to do. Suppose it makes sense that everyone else would be busy, huh? If anything, the only reason I'm not is because I intentionally went out of my way to tell people I wouldn't be taking part this year. And that has earned me no shortage of dirty looks over the past few days. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit bad. Quick, time to find something to do to distract me from all the guilt. After spending most of the day walking around and having fun, I eventually began to look around in a little bit more effort to find a certain someone. As the sunset approaches, I try looking for Haruki whenever possible. Still, even as night falls, I have no luck. I suppose trying to find a specific person in such a large campus full of people was doomed to enterprise from the very beginning, but sheesh. Deciding that I won't have much luck in here, I decide to take a quick look around the neighborhood. Maybe he's somewhere outside the school after all. We are going to a lot of different places. No dialogue? It's beginning to dawn on me that the neighborhood is already a really massive amount of space to walk through and searching for a specific person in the middle of the night. And maybe by beginning to, I mean holy shit, my feet are killing me. These are not walking shoes, they're murdering my feet right now. What a completely asinine idea it was to wear these today. Not only that, but I am going to increasingly sketchy places. Walking around alone in the night in a borderline deserted part of town, entering alleyways and the likes. That's the horror movie levels of dumb. I'm asking to get stabbed. At the very least, the playground here is more open, so I'd be able to see anyone coming my way. If the lamps worked. God, it's been hours. At this rate, I won't even find him before the fireworks go off. What the hell am I doing? What the hell are you doing? I'm sorry, it's a playground. I'm sorry, I'm not 12 years old. Startled, I looked around for the source of the voice, nearly jumping out of my skin in the process. Instead, I searched through the darkness, seeing nothing but a vaguely scary shapes of toys. What? Who the hell would thought it was a good idea to put faces on a playground rides? Hello? Is that you, Sata? Up here. Haruki, what up? What are you doing here? I like that Shirayuki attack shirt. I followed the voice unnerved the entire time and the entirety of the situation and feeling the fur on my back of my neck standing up. Then I see it. Is that Haruki on top of one of the slides? That thing is super tall. He's not even standing on the platform itself, he's just standing on the roof of it. You got a death wish or something? What are you doing walking around here alone at night? I could ask you the same. How the hell did you get up there? I climbed, duh. Are you serious? What if you fall? You could get seriously hurt. Shut up, I don't need to hear that from you. This man is going to get himself killed one day. What the hell are you even doing up there? It has a nice view. A view? You climbed onto the roof of that thing because of the view. I really don't think that this qualifies as a roof. This isn't a house. The correct terminology isn't the focus here. God, less than a minute and I can already feel my brain melting. So not the point. Seriously, why are you here? There's perfectly safe places to hang out in the school, you know. Too many people. I don't like it. So I've heard. But I figured I might as well ask now anyway. So what's the plan? You'll just sit up there alone for the rest of the night, for most of the night? That was the intention. Was? Yeah, my plans have been a little bit interrupted by a annoying gnat that won't stop buzzing about. Okay, that was so uncalled for. Someone remind me again why I'm bothering to help this guy. Alright, fine. If I'm that much of a bother, I'll just leave. For fuck's sake, don't be so damn sensitive. Just get up here. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm fond of my neck being intact. Well, I'm not going down there. I didn't ask you to. Instead, I choose to lean up against the ladder to the top of the slide directly below Haruki. That's okay to you? Despite not looking up, I can hear the wolf snort. You're so fucking weird. How come? I'm not an idiot. There's no way you stumbled here by accident. Why were you out looking for me? No reason in particular. Like I believe that. Do I really need a reason to look for a friend? Friend, huh? That's what I said. What about it? Nothing. Feel free to delude yourself if that's what you want. I don't have the energy to disabuse you of that for the moment. Oh, ouch, my poor fifis. You call them fifis? One more time and I'm getting down there to kick your ass. So much for you not wanting to come down here, huh? Don't be smug. I can't hold back my laughter, not wanting to actually risk annoying the wolf. I ran into your friend Kiga earlier today, by the way. Yeah, did he talk your ears off? In a sense. I'm not gonna tell him about Kiga and I being worried about him. That's the surefire way to set him off. He seemed really busy. He was lecturing a few students when I found him. Sounds like him. He's pretty good at that. What, lecturing people? Yep. He is a member of the student council. I guess something like that is borderline a requirement. How did the two of you even become friends? I already told you. Come on, seriously? You're sticking with that annoyed into submission story. If you have a problem with it, ask him yourself. The worst part is I'm pretty sure he'd also agree with you. You mean to tell me that you guys don't share a single interest? We go to the arcade often and swap music CDs on occasion. Why, what's it to you? Nothing, I was just curious. You seem to be curious a lot. Is that a bad thing? Haruki? I heard you, but you didn't. Do you mind shutting your trap for a bit? You talk too much. Oh, I see. Ugh, sorry. There it is again. I'm used to him being so rude and pushing me away whenever I probe too much. Don't get me wrong, it sucks, but I've gotten used to it. But him apologizing for it is definitely new. Hey, is everything okay with you? Yeah. You sure? Because I can't help but notice that you've been a little different. You're a shrink now. No. Then you don't know what you're talking about. Ouch, straight to the point and everything. This guy really is allergic to showing any kind of vulnerability in front of other people. Alright, fine, forget I said anything. Already have. I stand silently in my spot wondering what I should do next. Somehow things always end up like this. Maybe Haruki is different when he's playing a game or something, but most of the time there's just this awkward silence that I don't know how to fill. It makes me wonder if my presence really is being a bother to him, and yet I still want to stick around. Because something about him gives me the feeling of not wanting to leave him alone. You should probably head back to the school. Am I really that much of a bother? That's not what I said, you dumbass. I mean, won't your friends be looking for you? Not really, it's fine. All I really missed was Keisuke's band's show, but it's not like he's the one to performing, so it should be fun. I'll just have to apologize for it later. And you're doing that for Haruki? That's so cute. How's the view from up there? It's fine. You're looking forward to the fireworks? Yeah. This is nice. I guess Kika was right. At least the silence I was able to interpret. Geez, there's nothing wrong with other people knowing you like something. What an annoying person. Are you seriously not gonna come up here? I told you I have no intention of climbing and risking getting hurt. Fine. I hear a loud sigh, and just as I'm about to look up, wondering what that was about. Whoa. Before I realize, Haruki jumps from the roof, off the slide, and lands a few steps to my side, quickly falling to his knee before getting up as if nothing happened and dusting himself off. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Relax, it's not even that high. Don't be a coward. But why even jump down? You weren't gonna come up, right? Huh? So, is that really a reason to do something so insane? Ugh, don't look at me like that. You'll make me regret getting down here. So seriously, there was no need to jump down. Didn't you want to enjoy the view from the fireworks up there? I already said it's fine. Would you quit being such a nag? If I'm going to have some company, then what's the point of being alone up there? Oh, is that what this is about? Holy shit, why's my face getting so hot? Oh fuck, that's so cute! I see. Well, so long as you're sure. I am. Well, what's going on? Why did I get so nervous all of a sudden? Shouldn't it have started by now? Huh? The fireworks, are you even listening? Oh, right. Hang on, let me check. Let's see. I think the bonfire dance should be happening right now, so it shouldn't be long until the fireworks are lit. It won't be that long, relax. Yeah, get off my back. You know, I'm kind of surprised you're like this interested in fireworks. I didn't know you liked them. Of course you didn't, and what's so surprising about that? I don't know, you just don't seem the type. There's a type for liking fireworks? I guess not. Still, it's just neat to know that about you, I guess. Whatever you say. I know if I let the conversation drop here, I won't get anything else out of him. Even if I feel like I'm being intrusive here, I'd much rather ask him more questions over dealing with the awkward silence. Besides, he already came down as to not leave me alone, right? So on the same level, he must want me around. Really? Questions? Oh, I haven't seen anything like this in a while. What do you like about them? Do you always come here to watch the show? Did your family come to the festival? I want to know what he likes about them. What do you like about them anyway? What do I like? Do I need a reason to like things now? That's not what They're pretty lights. They go boom. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh. At least that's an answer? I see, that's good to know. You know, Aki likes fireworks too. Yeah, well, so does Toro. Really? Have you guys watched them together? Yeah. Yeah? Why don't you this year? Is he not around? No, drop it already. But I don't want to talk about it. What did I do? Why is he so angry all of a sudden? Did I do something wrong? No, just drop it. Oh, okay, sorry. Whatever. Ah, this guy. This guy is way too volatile. It's like messing around with a powder keg. One wrong move and there he goes, blows up. What is this even about? I just asked a simple question. Do you always come here to watch the show? So, is there any reason in particular you picked this place to come to? It's not exactly the closest to the school. Huh? Not really. You mean you haven't done it before? You mean coming to this random playground to watch the fireworks? Yeah, it seems pretty cozy on the top of that slide after all. Nah, just seemed like as good as place as any. Wouldn't the school be as good as place as any? I already said there's too many people there. I wanted someplace quiet. Couldn't you have gone to the roof? I'd still be near everyone in the courtyard. You can't be that sensitive about noise, otherwise the fireworks would hurt your ears. Dude, let me be. I am just curious. Yeah, well, be less curious. But way less curious. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, you talk too much. Just shut up and wait for the show already. Okay, that could have gone better. Now let's try this bottom one. What about your mom and your little brother? Didn't they come to the festival? Nah, mom had to work. I couldn't watch Taro all day. Ah, that's a bummer. You? You mean did my family show up? They came around for a bit yesterday, but mom was busy with work and Aki wasn't too interested in general. Ah, that's a shame. It's cool. I didn't really expect them to come in the first place. Though I did ask them. Yeah, same here. It's kind of weird. I didn't expect them to come, and in a way, I don't really care about it. But it kind of feels bittersweet. Meaning? Just, this is my senior year and all. This will be the last school festival, and I kind of wish that they would have been around for more of it. Wouldn't that mean you do care about it? I guess. What a pain. The least you could do is know what the hell you are feeling. Believe me, buddy, you're not the first person to say that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm having more trouble believing that with each passing second. I instead pull out my phone, choosing to scroll through nothing in particular in an effort to hide my awkwardness. Not knowing what to talk about isn't bad in general, but I'm used to hanging out with people that are much easier to read, or at least help with making conversation. Every single sentence I get out of this guy feels like I'm pulling teeth. I keep getting messages on whether he wants me around or not, and that's frustrating. Stop that. Huh? Looking at your phone, stop it. Well, what? I'm just... Don't you want to watch the show? Hey? It's starting. It is? Oh, God. As soon as Haruki says that, that's a lot of noises. As soon as Haruki says that, I look up just in time to catch the first few wisps of fireworks shooting into the sky. Oh, pretty colors. Despite being so far from the school, the fireworks are still plenty visible enough. Hey, this is nice. This is a wholesome moment. Man, I've watched the show every year, but it never stops being beautiful to watch. I watch those faraway sparks so tiny that they might as well be mere lines that fly into the sky before bursting into all kinds of colorful patterns. So many colors shine brightly into the sky just for brief seconds before disappearing and being replaced by different, equally as colorful bright colors. It's like a kaleidoscope being drawn in the sky. This is without a doubt my favorite part of the festival. And I'm glad I was able to find Haruki in time for the show. I would have been so mad if I'd missed it. While I watch the entire show silently, the moment ends, and I'm left with a wistful feeling, wishing that it could have lasted longer, yet also understanding that it is as special because it doesn't. And that was really pretty. Look at him! This is so cute. I begin to speak up, but the words catch my throat the moment I look up at my side. There I see Haruki with an expression I don't recall seeing on him before. A gentle, peaceful smile that reflects the last remaining wisps of light as he looks up. The moment I see it, I can't force myself to talk and ruin risking the moment. Even after they fade, Haruki stands still for several moments, glancing at the night sky. Huh? Eventually, the wolf catches my stare. The hell are you looking at? I'm not on display. Nothing at all. Yeah, sure. What did you think of the fireworks? Show was pretty good this year, huh? It was okay, I guess. Still can't admit you liked it. That's kind of endearing in its own way. For my part, I'll pretend not to notice your tail wagging right now. What now? Heading back to the school? Hell no, what would I even do there? Everything closes down soon anyway. True, but you could always meet up with Kika, or some other friend of yours, I don't know. Nah, I need to get home and check on Toro. Fair enough. See ya. What? You mean you're leaving now? Yeah, I have no reason to stick around anymore. Aw, come on. Haruki begins walking away before even finishing his sentence, leaving me dazed for several seconds at the suddenness of it all. But then, as if he'd forgotten something, he stops and a few steps ahead of me, standing still as if considering something before turning around again. Hey, is the dog doing okay? The dog? You mean Shoichi? Who else? He seems to be fine. I can't really tell with him sometimes, but at least he is in high spirits. I see. That's good. Oh, don't tell me he was actually worried about that. Is this one of those things he said has been on his mind lately? Yeah, well, if anything happens with him, let me know, okay? Is he blushing? I really can't tell. I think he is. Whoa. I didn't expect that kind of request from him. Is he really that worried about Shoichi? Maybe what Kiga said was more than merit than I thought. Sure. You could just talk with him, though. Hell no. I don't want to be around that jackass any more than I have to. Good night. I so don't get it. I don't know how this guy operates at all. Does he actually care or not? Can someone please hand me some kind of Haruki to human dictionary, please? I desperately need one. Maybe I should talk with Shoichi about this on Monday when I get back to class. At the very least, I can check in on how he's doing and make sure everything's actually okay. And until then, I decide to put Haruki's confusing attitude out of my mind for the meantime. And that's it. That is it for Haruki's update, I guess. I was actually just like thinking of making this into 2 episodes, but I think I'll probably make it into like one massive episode just for the entirety of this update. I am a little bit bummed that he did only get 2 days, whereas everyone else gets like 3 or 4 days, but I'm not really going to complain. At least we have an update for Haruki, since we haven't had one on him forever. I really hope Haruki gets another update like sometime soon, hopefully before. I really hope I don't have to wait until 2024 until Haruki gets another update. Because, yeah, Haruki, he hasn't had a lot of love in terms of updates, but I'm hoping he does get another one soon. Because that was great. I loved that. It's so nice to finally see some change in Haruki's attitude now. But yeah, I'm super glad about that. Cannot wait for Haruki's next update. So if you guys liked the video, there's a like button down there just waiting for you to press it. And if you like my content and you find yourself coming back for more, just please consider subscribing. It's just 2 button presses and it means the absolute world to me when I see it, knowing that there's actually people watching my content and enjoying it, because I'm just here to make stuff for you guys to enjoy and have fun and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. And Haruki and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!